Hey guys, this is 9Odd, and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Retro Headmasters Wave 2 Headmaster Highbrow with Zort. So there is Highbrow, and real quick, much like last time, we're going to take a quick look at the box, and then we'll talk about the figure itself. So, bringing the box a little forward, tilting that up, you can see a picture of the new head that comes with Highbrow. This is different from the Titan's Return version. It says Zort. I believe he was called like Gort or something different last time, but I do not know. Includes accessories. And then, of course, the retro artwork with his new head. Now, something to note, Highbrow is the first one on the package to show two guns and actually come with two guns. Brainstorm and Chrome Dome and Hardhead all show two guns on their package, but only come with one, which really sucks. At the top, let's see, it says Heroic Autobot, and on the side, some pictures of Highbrow. On the back, the typical Retro Headmaster back part with Fort Max, Apeface, and all the other guys. And we have Highbrow's function, electronic warfare. War is the playground of the ignorant. And then over here it says, to him, warfare is barbaric, worthy of only the most primitive. Thinks differences need to be talked about, which he does endlessly. For those who don't know, Highbrow is kind of known for thinking of himself as above a lot of people. He's kind of a snobby in that sense. On the bottom, more pictures of Highbrow with all the information. On the side, same thing as on the other side. And on the top, some transformation steps. But yeah, that's it for the box. Very nice, very classic, like all the Retro Headmasters. And with that, we'll bring him back in. So this is Highbrow, and as you can see, he turns into this kind of dual rotor copter, or the 2011 helicopter. And he is a repaint of the Titan's Return Highbrow, just with the Takara Legends head. So he has the anime styled head instead of the old face that he used to have. Now this one, I will say, definitely feels the least retro out of all of them. I know this is the retro one because I've looked up pictures of Titan's Return Highbrow and there are paint differences, but this is the least different of all of them. Like, when you look at Chrome Dome, he's very much different. You look at Brainstorm, he's super different. Hardhead is really different, and Mindwipe is, I think he's fairly different. His colors are a lot darker. But these Wave 2 guys, they're kind of definitely lacking, because as far as I can tell, there is no retro-styled decals on this guy. Which there's like perfect spots right here and whatnot, and maybe that's how his toy was. Maybe he just didn't have a lot of details like that. But anyway, bringing him in, you can see some paint going on right here. Nice silver with the yellow picked out, some blue striping on the wings, nice dual Autobot symbols, nice gray back here to break it apart. I do wish these were painted. I think these are painted on the other one, the Titan's Return version. But yeah, and of course he has his guns down at the bottom there. And something from the Titan's Return version I wish they put on this one was these, the cage on the canopy was painted last time. It is not. Also, I feel like they could have painted this little front gun. They decided not to. Really sucks. Underside, you can kind of see everything that's kind of going on here. He's not really hiding his robot mode. So let's take a quick look at Zort then. So popping him out, set that off to the side, and I commented in another video, I believe, that I said Zort's head had probably the best paint on it, and I still stand by that. His head is super premium. And then looking back at the face, you can see a very nice little Headmaster face with that nice kind of shiny gunmetal color, very vibrant blue visor, and the silver faceplate. As far as interactions in vehicle mode, the only real thing you can do is just stick him into the helicopter cockpit, and you kind of gotta squish him down, and there he goes. And there it goes. But yeah, pretty nice. Something that's kind of cool is you can transform this and totally just leave him in the cockpit if you want. And then as far as accessories go, we can remove these guns. And much like the other Titan Masters or Headmaster figures that have the weapons that turn into like sleds and whatnot, they have like that extra little interaction play value thing. Highbrow does have that. You just gotta tab together his two guns and it becomes this chair. I don't really know what this is. It's very strange because it's just a double-barreled gun with a seat, essentially. It's very strange. But yeah, so that's what he has, and then you can just snap that apart. It's really stiff. That's something about this figure that I'd like to make a point about. He's strangely like tight in really odd spots. And I did mention in my Weird Wolf video that the construction on these guys is really well. Anyways, let's get down to transformation. So first thing you want to do is untab. See this tab right there, and it also kind of slots in along this part right here. So you just want to untap that and bring these up along those bits, and those will form the arms. You want to spread out the propellers so that way they're kind of straight. And this is a little scary because this double barbell here, this double axle pin thing, is really tight on mine, specifically this bottom section. So like I do get a little nervous, but you can see it kind of clicks down, clicks back, and folds along the back. It does kind of suck that doesn't transform into anything, but I do understand why, because you know it's just the cockpit section. And then really classic Transformers move here where the legs just kind of unfurl. And these are really tight because this section right here does not like clipping in for me. And there does have these sections up here. You can see these two slots because there's these two tabs on the inside of the thighs or shins. So there's tab there, slot, and tab. So those inside tabs have to clip in there, while this tab has to go into that slot. And same right here on the bottom. So as well as there's a tab right here on the rotor fan. But anyways, fold out the legs like so. And here's a kind of cool thing. You just take the torso, grab it like so, and boom. I like that. I do worry about it over time, but it is a pretty cool thing. And then it's just a matter of flipping out the heels, bending the arms. I literally cut my fingernails. I told myself I wasn't going to do the thing that all Transformers guys do, which is cut their nails before a video, and of course I clip my nails before the video. But yeah, flip out the hands, and there we have the body. One thing I like to do is I like to pop this forward. It does just kind of give him a little bit more. It doesn't make him as flat, it just gives him a little bit more right there. And there is a Toy Hacks label, I looked it up, where you can get a sticker that goes right there. And it gives you the old Headmaster readout. So now it's just a matter of grabbing Zort, folding him in half, and before I tab him in, this section on mine looks popped out, like the head connector, but I checked the torso because something you can do on Highbrow is you can actually open them up a little bit. You can kind of look inside there and see everything that's going on. And I looked at that and everything's correct. This is as pushed down as it gets. This just seems to be a problem with all Highbrows, as well as I've heard that his head is really loose, which mine, as you can see, yeah. That's something that him and Hardhead share, is both their heads like to roll really far forward, almost out of the socket. But with that is Highbrow in robot mode. We can give him his guns. I like to put the landing gear, or not landing gear, on the inside, because this kind of reminds me of like a little magazine, so we just give those to him. And these are really loose in his hands. He has like a good grip on them, but they spin pretty freely. Let's do some size comparisons in robot mode. I forgot to do size comparisons in vehicle mode. Oh no, that's okay. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. See how well those guys go together. And just for the sake of having them all there, here is Hardhead and Chrome Dome, and last but not least, my personal favorite one, Brainstorm. So you can see how all of them look together. They look pretty good. And maybe I'll get to these guys. I feel like everyone has seen these dudes enough, so I just wanted to cover the new ones. Set those off to the side. Maybe we'll go back into vehicle mode and we'll do some comparisons. Yeah, there's that. Let's do some articulation then. As far as that goes, he does have the ball-jointed head because of the Titan Master or Headmaster connection, and his is extremely loose, so he can look pretty far down, a decent amount up. He has ball joints in the shoulders, but these helicopter propellers don't tab in or stick anyway, so you do have to kind of be careful when moving them. Make sure that you don't bend them and flex them and snap them and whatnot. But he does have ball jointed shoulders, and they are pretty tight, but pretty well ranged. You can see they get that far out because he does have that hinge in the upper arm right there, which is very nice. But they also, you can see they collapse pretty far down, and they go pretty far out on their own for a ball joint. They also kind of butterfly out, butterfly in. Very nice. He has a elbow swivel. Very cool. Mushroom pegged in there, so it goes through full 360. And he has about a 90-degree bend at the elbow. So, moving down, he has no waist articulation whatsoever. He has universal hips that are lightly ratcheted. He has a thigh swivel and a knee bend. And because of transformation, it is a pretty crazy knee bend. Anyways, I didn't show it, but legs go out about that far. Legs go back about the same. And as you saw, they go out very far. So overall, pretty decent articulation. One thing I have some issues with is how hollow the legs are. I feel like this figure is definitely some of the laziest engineering on all of the Headmaster figures. Like, I can't talk much about Chrome Dome because he's a retool. But like Brainstorm, the blur mold, the Titans Return blur mold is amazing. Hardhead actually has a really fun transformation. Mindwipe is okay. I actually think he's kind of interesting. And then Weirdwolf and Skullcruncher are also really cool. But this one, I just feel like it's pretty lazy. And on top of that, I feel like, so you can see they're hollow right there. I feel like we could have gotten a foot tilt. Like you could have mushroom pegged this foot on, like this front part. So that way he could at least have like a front foot tilt and then the heel spur to just kind of back it up. Because a heel spur is a heel spur, you know, it's just there to kind of fill in. But like, he does have the Titans Return kind of pre-molded A stance, so he does stand in a natural position, but I really think that we could have gotten an ankle tilt with him because that's also hollow, and he also, like I said, he feels he does feel the cheapest out of all of the other characters aside from Chrome Dome. Chrome Dome is also my flimsiest figure, but I gotta say, Highbrow was the one I was the most excited for because I was really hyped to finish out my Autobots, my Headmaster Autobots, and he definitely let me down the most. Skullcruncher was surprising in how much I didn't like him, and that's simply because he's kind of flimsy. He's one of the two of this whole wave that is kind of flimsy and that I've had issues with. But Highbrow really just kind of turned out to be not my favorite figure. He does look good, especially just kind of standing there on camera. His colors are really nice, but he doesn't look different enough from the Titans Return release. Oh, there's his retro details, by the way. Just those on his legs. So, you know, unlike Skullcruncher and Weirdwolf, whose details get covered up, his do, stay. But they definitely could have put something there, some kind of tampograph there, like really. And then I feel like there could have been more on the arms, like the lower arms and whatnot, but what are you going to do? Anyways, that's been my look at Highbrow. I think he's okay. He's definitely not my favorite figure, but he does look good with the rest of the retro Autobots, especially next to his Autobot flyer buddy, Brainstorm here. And yeah, definitely look forward to having all these guys kind of with my Fort Max that's coming. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know any thoughts and comments down below. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video.